What's up, everybody? It's TheOmegaLegend, and this is my Captain America Civil War review. As I've seen the movie earlier, like I stated in other videos, but enough of that. Let's get straight into it. Now, Captain America Civil War is a proper sequel to The Winter Soldier and in ways Age of Ultron. The movie picks up with Cap and the Avengers dealing with a problem out in Lagos, Africa. For those that don't know, when things go wrong, the world has had enough, and it introduces the Sokovia Accords, and then the Avengers are forced to pick sides, and that's where the story kicks off. Okay, you all knew that. Now there's great character moments, plot-wise, and action sequences for everyone, and yet the movie still remains focused on Captain America, Steve Rogers, and his relationship with Bucky. Now, as it's his movie, that makes sense, and it does not ever actually feel like Avengers 2.5. That was a worry for a lot of people, but no, it's still Captain America 3. It just happens to have a lot of Avengers in it. Now, though it is Cap's movie, Black Panther is definitely the star of the movie. He steals many scenes with his epic and appropriate dialogue. From that to his intense fight scenes that quickly show the audience and everybody in the movie itself that the Black Panther is not someone you want to go up against. From the moment he's introduced, his heroic pose superhero landing, I mean, the crowd just roars, and you have to, and he immediately goes to work with a certain someone on Team Cap, and you can tell this guy's a badass and he's going to be a problem. Everyone in the movie knew from the moment he appeared on screen. Now, along with him, another scene stealer is Spider-Man. Now, the way he is introduced and is possibly the most hilarious fashion, which I will not spoil. You just go see it, and you will be laughing the entire scene from the moment Peter shows up to, Spider-Man and all that. Now, with only 20 minutes of screen time, there are people going around saying that this is the best on-screen Spider-Man, and it's something you have to see to believe. With only 20 minutes, he proves he's the best on-screen Spider-Man, from his geeky little jokes, his nervousness, being a nerd and smart, just everything. Even during his fight scenes, yes, he gets fight scenes, he's just talking so much and making little cheesy jokes to the point where the people he's fighting is like, yo, shut up. Even his own team is telling him, shut up. Hey, Tony, how old is this guy? Is this a kid? He's like, okay, I didn't check his age, we just needed help. Spider-Man is hilarious, and if this guy can get good writers for his movie, Tom Holland will go far and he will be a star forever. This is quite possibly the best Spider-Man we will see, and that's honestly how I feel about it. Now, the tension in Civil War is also handled very perfectly, as in the beginning, when our heroes have to pick sides, they don't really see a need to rip each other's heads off. They're just kind of like, hey, just take it easy. I don't have to arrest you, or if I do, maybe I'll take it easy. But as events begin to happen and the plot progresses and decisions are made, more and more you see each character has a reason to take another hero, quote unquote, down. By the end of the film, no punches are being pulled, and without spoiling some character moments and some things that happen, some of these heroes are out for the other hero's blood, and they're gonna go for it. Now, Zemo is represented different, completely different from his comic counterpart, but this is one of Marvel's smarter villains, in my opinion. He was clever, careful, and his evil had purpose and meaning rather than the typical, I'm insane, so I will be evil and destroy everyone. Like, it just wasn't just a nut job. He had a reason for what he was doing, and he executes. Though he is not the focus of the movie, more of a plot device to further things along. But that's okay, considering, everybody wants to see Team Iron Man versus Team Cap, so they kept the focus on that. But Zemo is definitely in the movie. He's not so much of a waste. Now, the action scenes are miles ahead of any comic book movie out right now, period, that ever came out. Now, I know you heard the statements. The airport scene is the best action scene in any comic book movie in history. This is once again a bold statement, and once again something you have to see to believe, because I co-sign that. There is no better action scene in any comic book movie besides the scene at the airport. Now, do not let the trailers fool you. If you thought it was just going to be a couple of guys in cat suits and bird wings fighting in the parking lot, it gets serious. They throw down. They are beating the shit out of each other. Explosions, cars, powers, combos. If you know what a splash page is, you're getting one. So let that sink in. Okay? definitely the best comic book fight scene in history. You will be talking about the airport for years. I cannot wait for the rest of you to see it, so you can come back and say, well, shit, you weren't lying. I thought you were just playing. Okay, it's gonna happen. And even though this movie is very serious in tone, it's a very serious movie, there's humor sprinkled in, and it's appropriate, okay? And I mean very appropriate. It's not quippy, like somebody's getting stabbed and like, oh, hey, you dropped your quarter. Like, you know, the Marvel quips that people are kind of getting sick of. It's not here. The humor is appropriate. It fits. It's not forced. It's just, you know, good jokes at appropriate times. Like, it's not during a big brawl where people are exploding and faces are getting ripped off. It's during, you know, character moments. And the funniest moments come from Spider-Man. Just being Spider-Man himself is hilarious. Watching Vision in civilian clothes trying to, like, you know, make a pot roast or whatever the hell he was doing, or it's just something about Vision in the suit that cracks a smile. You know, you can't help but laugh at it. And the Falcon and Winter Soldier's interactions, considering that, you know, they have history since the Winter Soldier movie, it's just pure comedy, but it's not forced and it's not filled. There's very serious moments in this movie. This is definitely Marvel's more serious movie, the most serious movie, to be honest with you. And all in all, Civil War has a tight, tense story with plenty of twists that might make you change teams. I didn't change teams, okay? I stood with, I won't even say my team. You can ask me, though, and I'll comment. But I stuck with my team because I believe in what I believe in, you know? But by the end, you completely understand both sides. That is one thing that is true. By the end, the last fight, both of these guys have a reason to rip each other's faces off. And you just, like, you agree with both. So you're like, you want them to stop. You want them to stop, but they can't stop. And if you put yourself in either Cap or Iron Man's shoes, would you stop? If you say yes, you're a liar. That's what I'll say. Watch the movie and come back and lie to me. That's what you should do. Now, this movie does a great job of balancing all characters. That is an impossible task. No wonder these guys are coming back for Infinity War, because they made a great job of balancing everybody, giving everybody plot, character development, and a great action sequence, and yet still staying focused on Cap. So I can only imagine they're up for the challenge of Infinity War with the rumor of 68 characters. All in all, I enjoyed this movie. My enjoyment was a 10 out of 10, but if I had to critically rate it, I give the movie a 9.5 because it's just, you know, it can't be perfect, so I have to give it a 9.5. But I really don't have any gripes. I was on the edge of my seat from beginning to end, and I can't wait for you guys to see it so you can give me your reaction to it. If you actually were at some of these fan screenings, you can still give me your reaction, but I doubt it, you know. But this is my overall non-biased opinion. I'm not comparing it to shit. You can ask me which one I like better, and you know what I'm talking about, but there is no need to bring that up because this is a review for this movie and not a comparison. So let me know what you think about my review in the comments below. Are you still excited for Civil War? If you're not, stop it. Get excited. And X-Men, don't come out in May. That's what I'll say. Come out next month. If you want to make some money, come out next month. But you know, that's all for now. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe for all things going on in the MCU. And until next time, I'll catch y'all later.